How you doing? I'm Matt Waldin, Pro Drifter, and today we're here with Mishimoto and a 2008 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. Today we're going to be putting the Wheaties back in this car by installing Mishimoto's racing thermostat. This thing will keep your car cool under all kinds of conditions. Come on with me, let's check it out. To install the Mishimoto thermostat in the 2008 Mitsubishi Evolution, you will need a Phillips head screwdriver, a pair of pliers, ratchet and extension, 10mm socket, 12mm socket, a panel tool, coolant funnel, and coolant. Installation time is about an hour. Difficulty is a 3 out of 5. First step, make sure it's in park and/or the parking brake is set, and jack up the front end. Next up is to detach the negative terminal of the battery, which, if you didn't notice, we're in the trunk right now. All right, first thing is to remove the lower panel from the car. A lot of these are pop clips, some are 10mm head screws. Let's go ahead and get all of these undone. Here's the drain for the radiator. And before you open this, you want to make sure that the car is cooled off completely. You don't want any pressure in the system, so make sure the car is completely cooled off, the battery terminal is disconnected, and open this guy up and drain the coolant out of her. After you take the two screws out, the one 10mm over here, unstrap the air box and lift the whole assembly out of the way. Next step is to remove the rest of the air box and unplug the mass airflow sensor. Next step is to remove the hose clamp from the mass airflow sensor and intake tube so that we can remove this whole air box assembly. With that removed, everything is exposed on this side for the thermostat housing as well as the lower radiator hose. And you can finish removing the lower radiator hose by squeezing the clamp together on the top and sliding it off the hose. And this is also the thermostat housing. All right, time to remove the upper radiator hose just so we can get access to some of the bolts that encapsulate the thermostat. We'll just tuck this out of the way. We'll be installing the Mishimoto unit in a minute and remove the bolt for the ground. And we want to remove the two 12mm head bolts that hold the thermostat housing on. Once the 12mm bolts are off, the stock thermostat is exposed. When installing the Mishimoto thermostat, make sure the weep hole, which is this little doohickey right here, is facing up. See how the stock one's facing up right now? We're going to make sure the Mishimoto one's facing the same direction. After you got everything positioned correctly, install the two 12mm bolts that hold the thermostat housing back on and tighten her down. All right, now we're ready to reinstall the hoses. In this case, we would like to recommend the Mishimoto silicone hose kit. There we go, put the intake back together. Reinstall the negative terminal of the battery. Once all the connections are made good and tight, time to fill up the radiator. We recommend using 50% antifreeze, 50% distilled water. Your mix doesn't have to be perfect, but the closer you get to perfect, the less chances of it freezing. For a little bit of extra cooling power, I recommend Liquid Chill by Mishimoto. Stuff works great. While you're filling up your radiator, make sure that there are no leaks coming out from underneath the car. Once you're positive that there are no leaks and everything's tight, go ahead and start up the car, turn the heat on high, and keep an eye on that temperature gauge while everything's bleeding out. Make sure you don't have any leaks and you're good to go.